Hey everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I have been self-isolating in my room for a good 10 days now. But in that time, I've had a lot of opportunity to play The Sims 4, continue with my townie makeovers for my own save file. I'm not going to go on about it too much. You know it's my little passion project. But whilst I've been making over these townies and I've been spending a lot of time in Create a Sim, I've actually come to realize that there are some hidden gems in The Sims 4 Create a Sim, and I'm talking about the official Create a Sim. It's not custom content, so don't worry, won't be covering any of that in today's video. But sometimes you just don't pay attention to these items because the first swatch that the game uses is absolutely atrocious. This video is inspired by Dr. Ashley. Dr. Ashley did a series of shorts a couple of years ago now, basically going over the build and buy mode items that don't particularly have great swatches that you'd never really feel inspired to use. And my Twitch chat were like, you know what, Molly, I would really like to see that same kind of thing, but for items within Create a Sim that I potentially could have missed over the years. So here you go. Some of these are based on like my own personal preference of things that I actually use quite a lot of, but I never really see other simmers use that much. Whereas others are based on requests that I've had for like the last 9 years of like, where's this asset from? Like, I've never ever seen this. Is this custom content? Where did you download this? And I'm like, no, it's in the game. And this top right here is one of those items. I actually used this way back when I did Young'uns. Chloe wore this swatch of the top, and I got so many people asking me, is that custom content? Where did you download it from? I think in particular, this like flower version, some of the swatches are still not that great, and it is actually part of Perfect Patio. This is also gonna test my Create a Sim knowledge of what icon is for what packs, but it is just a plain black swatch when you first look at it. Please do keep in mind, I haven't like styled these items in like proper outfits, so I would probably never ever put these trousers on the sim, but this is from City Living, and whilst you might be thinking they're not that great, like why are you including them? They're not that great in this swatch. However, for formal trousers, these are actually really sick. They're high-waisted, which didn't happen very often. Real life had moved on to high-waisted by then, but The Sims really hadn't. And I actually love like a lot of the color swatches that come with these. Now this top right here, backyard stuff, she has been a savior through and through. First of all, I mean, she tucks in to jeans. Any type of jeans that you could imagine, she fits into them, which is incredible. But the best thing about her, tell me she's not stunning. Everything about this top is wonderful. Originally, it comes in this like off-white kind of cream color with the black back, which isn't my favorite. The all black, the all white, I absolutely love this top so much. And I wanted to include it because not only is it a personal favorite, but from the front, it looks so unsuspecting. It's just a vest top. Now this one caught even me, myself, and I off guard. Someone who has spent hours within Create a Sim recently. Try and tell me that these jeans from Parenthood don't look like custom content. I've really got into trousers recently in The Sims 4 that have a stitching that contrasts to the actual like denim. The gold isn't my favorite, but I do think there are certain Sims that could definitely pull this off. I would say that this like light wash denim is one of my favorite swatches. Like if you have a specific Sim that can pull it off, even the way that the jeans actually like fall, they're longer, they're not ankle grazers, which again, back when Parenthood was released, a lot of the jeans and trousers that we had in The Sims 4 grazed the ankle. Scandalous, I know. This top right here from Realm of Magic, she's not the worst, unassuming but sexy at the same time. But what I'm interested in particular is these two last swatches, the stripy ones. I will say I would prefer the white if it was like a true white and it didn't have like a lot of grays in it. It looks like it's been ran through the wash a fair few times by someone who doesn't know how to wash their whites. Keeping with the spooky theme, I guess, we have these jeans from Paranormal Stuff, which, you know, like, they're alright in the regular colors. Like, I quite like the light wash denim. Again, the belt is also cute if she is a little flat. Go on, girl, give us absolutely nothing. But the patterns are actually so sick. These ones in particular, I absolutely love. I think you can like pull them off on so many different Sims. It's like the Sims team is scared to show off patterns sometimes, or they show off like the worst pattern that's available, and it's just like, I would switch this up so hard if I actually worked for the Sims team. Like this little Realm of Magic jumper right here. I mean, cute, she's fine, but if you have yourself a cat lover, maybe someone who is super into Kiki's delivery service, I actually always forget that this cat swatch is available. These Cottage Living shorts, I always think that they're eggs. I know they're daisies, which honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at. You know what? Cottage Living chickens, yeah, give me some eggs on my shorts. Like, the flowers are cute, but I would like eggs. But a lot of people, when I put just the solid plain colors on my Sims, specifically like these pink and peachy ones and like the brown ones, people always ask me, where are those shorts from? Which CC creator made them? And I'm like, they're just in Cottage Living. You probably just got put off by the eggs. This season's top, I love it in the standard swatch. I think it's actually a really, really nice asset. Again, it's very like flat where it sits against the Sim. We hadn't reached like peak quality of Create a Sim in The Sims 4 by this point, but I absolutely adore these tie-dye ones. I honestly so wish that tie-dye was a thing that we could do in The Sims. I kind of wish there was more to do with clothes. Like, I like having thrifty in high school years, but I do think like upcycling clothes and like having activities that kind of tie into that would also be really sick. I'm sorry, but this outfit officially served. It's so good, yet this swatch is so bad. I love how this whole video I've been like, oh, they make us like work for the nice patterns. Like, they never give us like the good patterns on the first few swatches. This time around, they actually did give us a pattern on the first few swatches, but they're atrocious. The real joy of this furry little crop jacket is in the solid colors. There's also a lot of custom content out there that is based on this jacket. I stand by my rule of, if CC creators actually take an official asset and like do loads of versions of it, it's a good asset. They have taste. This with the cream and the green, oh, the color combination, please, I'm a star. And then also this skirt from high school years. When you first see it, it's this like flower print. It's very retro. It's very like 70s, I want to say. I had Eloise Hiddlesticks, my townie makeover of her, rock this. Everyone who came into my stream was like, where's that CC from? I'm like, it's in the game. If you have high school years, let me tell you, she's already there. This little crop top from Island Living, I love her. I have always loved her. But the little flower version is also so cute. I just love this one because of like the open square back. I feel like we don't really get cuts like that very often. And I think whilst these ones are very, very usable, I think the flower ones are even more usable. High school years kind of came in clutch. The gameplay was not there for me, but oh my word, Create a Sim and Build and Buy mode, they added some personality, and I'm never gonna strip that away from my Sims. This daisy swatch in particular, tell me that doesn't look like custom content, but just also these jeans in general, I think because they start out with like the half and half on the flares. I've put these on my Sims before and people have no idea where they are from because they don't actually believe that they are an official asset. You're probably like, why the hell have you included this like random university jumper? I will say the cream is my favorite swatch, but if you turn it around, tell me that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen. I wish it kind of came in some cuter colors because I would actually use it so much more. It reminds me of Animal Crossing. And our first accessory of this video, we actually have the biker shorts. You might actually have just assumed that these were only to do with like universities, but if you actually just keep going, they actually just turn into regular cycling shorts, and they're also an accessory, which means that you can layer layer them under like a pair of shorts. You can have your sim just go out in these. Super cute, super cozy. If you want to use them for PJs, they are absolutely there, and they're actually very, very usable. I like to call this jacket the cream of the crop of Snowy Escape. Obviously, we have these like stripy versions, which I honestly love. They feel a little bit more formal, they feel a little bit more dressy, but the rainbow one is my favorite. It's a standout. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with this little number from Cottage Living. Like, she's so much. I'm so glad that we got some like mushroom stuff, but I just wish we had mushroom stuff that was a little bit more understated, if you catch my drift. Like, she's very out there. However, the little like daisy version of this with like the big Peter Pan collar, the blue one specifically, is my absolute favorite. Also, another accessory, which is these little love heart tights. They actually start off as like these classic like white and red ones, which, like, don't get me wrong, they're not the worst, but if you actually hover on over, there's way more understated ones, and I actually use these as like a little eye-catching piece. Honestly, all of these vampire tights are hidden gems, but don't use anything but maybe the white and the black swatches. Maybe the red if you can like get away with it. I think the black swatches of so many of these look incredible, and I think they're really, really good to accessorize with, especially if you have like more gothic sims or an outfit that like needs that little something and you just can't decide what it is. Try some tights. High school years, again, I absolutely hate this top in this swatch. I don't know what it is about it. Like, the love hearts are just not for me. And then you have the spotty ones, which honestly also don't look that great in my opinion. The best version of these are these swirly checker print, especially the green one. We all know how I feel about green. I'm not gonna go on about it. Now this one, I genuinely did not even know that this existed until I tried to like go through every single creator sim asset for this video, which honestly took an age. But if you've ever wanted more of like a Teddy fresh feeling in The Sims 4, this blazer, again, high school years. The pastels is just so good. Yeah, it might not go with a lot of things in the game, but I don't even care. And unfortunately, it's like the only one. You have this one, which isn't my favorite, but like, why do we not get more color variants of this? This like feathery jacket from high school years, honestly, this is like a hidden gem in only some swatches. I love the white. I absolutely love She Stole His Dog and Dyed It Key Lime Green. And then also this like blue. I think it looks so good in like those like 3 swatches. Feel like I had to include this werewolf's denim jacket because once again of the back. Not every single back. You've got like this one with like little lightning bolts and wolves on, which is cute. But this back in particular, I think this is stunning with the stars and the moon and the clouds. Obviously, we did get like bones and paws because of werewolves, but I just kind of wish that some more of them had the cloud asset. Obviously, a very recent addition to our game is Horse Ranch, and this top is like cute. Like, she's fine in the little like plaided versions. However, my favorite version of this is like bandana sort of element of vest top. I think those 3 swatches in particular look so good. I cannot believe I am this far into this video and I'm only getting into the full body outfits, but this dress is done so dirty by being in the black swatch. I have beef personally with this dress because in the black it looks like a Grim Reaper outfit. It's from Get Together. It came out so long ago. In the like creams and the whites, if you want to go for like an antique vintage wedding dress, I think this dress is so stunning. I think it's actually hands down one of the best assets we have within Creator Sim. And you might be looking at me like, what the hell? What is making you say that? I just think the detail is stunning and I love it. And I so wish that this was the default swatch. I know there's been rumors in the community about a Grim Reaper update, but geez Louise, we don't need to go the whole way. One of my hands down favorite assets in the game ever, and you probably didn't even know that this existed. It's from City Living. Come over to this little red swatch over here. Look at the sushi. Kind of wish that the print just wasn't like only on the front, but tell me that you're not going to use this forever now that you know it exists. Honestly, most of the full body outfits do come from City Living. You've probably seen Geeta walk around in this swatch, but I think there are much better swatches. Honestly, the monochrome one is one of my favorites. With like the wave, I just think it looks so good. The only thing I will say is I wish it didn't have a blue belt. I mean, do I really have to talk about this dress? Again, City Living. If you don't own City Living and you like create a sim, I'm silently judging. No matter what swatch you put her in, she's stunning. She's honestly what everyone thought the Get Famous dress that Vanessa Jong was wearing on the cover would be, but no, she already existed. I would say this one in particular is hands down my favorite. I don't know what it is about it. I just think like the depth of like the blue and the purple with like the colors of the embroidery just looks so good. One of Get Famous's first entries, I feel, into this video, but this jumpsuit right here. Ooh, she's so good. I love the white and black swatch as well. I feel like I'm about to give my trade secrets away. I have been using this dress on repeat on so many sims, and so many people like ask me, where is that dress from? Like, I need it in my game in one particular swatch, which I know. Are you really getting your money for it if you only really use one swatch? I'm not even saying that the others are bad. I just don't think they're quite as usable. This like navy one is quite nice. This one is the best swatch. Just like everything about it, from the color choices to the little finer details, perfection. Thank you, Sims team. This is the wetsuit from Island Living. Obviously, this one's a little bit more jokey, but I did just want to point out these last two swatches because I think it's kind of funny if your Sims are going to like a costume party or something. It gives me Don't Tell the Bride vibes. Like, I imagine just like the best man turning up in this wetsuit. Honestly, this feels like it sums up my first wedding stories like to a T. And then you also have the little skeleton one, which again, I think is really nice. Even if you don't have spooky stuff, but you have like seasons and you want to like host spooky day and you're just like, oh, what do I have my Sims wear? Boom, just have them wear this wetsuit if you have Island Living. Again, this has been one of my best kept secrets, I feel, since Eco Lifestyle came out, but we have this dress right here. She looks very plain Jane. However, if you're struggling to decide what your Sim should wear for their formal wear, drop down to this pink swatch over here with the gold. It's something about like the yellowy gold around the clavicle. Collarbones are sexy. I don't care what anyone says. This color in particular, this is my favorite. Oof, this one looks like CC. So it is a dress from Cottage Living. She's cute. She's there. She's very like dainty and floaty and fairy-like, and she comes in all the colors that you expect. And then nighttime. This is your going out version right here. It's so celestial. I'm absolutely obsessed. The black swatch is my very favorite ever. I so wish that we had more celestial stuff within The Sims 4, but this is hands down one of my favorite swatches in any pack ever. The same also goes for this Cottage Living dress. Honestly, the cherries, like, yeah, it's a cute dress, it's there, but the real star of the show is absolutely the little oranges and lemons. I just think this is so cute. Oh, you thought we were done with the feminine outfits? Think again. We have this high school years. The only thing about this is I wish it was just a top. I wish it wasn't a full body outfit. Obviously, you can put tights underneath it. You can put leggings, those biker shorts. But if you haven't ever gone through the swatches of this full body outfit in particular, you absolutely should. Like, all of them are really nice, but my favorites are absolutely like these old retro like t-shirts. This looks like something that you've stolen from your dad's wardrobe and you have decided just to claim as your own. Even like these ones as well with like the landscapes. And I know this is a very new one. This is from the Grunge Kit Creator Sim. I was about to call it the Gothic one, but that's not coming till next year. She is a little bit like more punk. She's got like the darker colors to her. However, I absolutely love these two. I I feel like those two are so sneaky because you expect it to be like dark and grungy, and then they're just like, oh, but we'll throw a little bit of floral in. Finally, moving on to the boys. You heard it here first. The only time that The Sims 4 has done a quality right in Create a Sim is the fact that the boys have some hidden gems too. I will say, not as many as the feminine assets, which is understandable because I feel like they don't have as many assets in general. I honestly should go through one day, do a full scientific like graph investigation into the split between masculine and feminine. Are we as Simmers just trained to think that masculine Sims don't have that much, or is it actually like legit and real, or is it all a conspiracy? Sims 4 Create a Sim iceberg dropping soon. Wow, city living really is just carrying this whole video. We have this elephant jumper, which people's minds are always blown when I point out that this is an elephant. These are its ears, these are its two eyes, and then you've got its like trunk going down here. Again, all of the swatches on this are sick. Like, I love the koi fish one, but I think these ones are actually my very favorite. I feel like they feel so vintage, very retro. These cats and dogs trousers are very unassuming. I feel like whilst you're like going through Create a Sim, especially if you have like a lot of packs, you're never really paying attention to these, but I actually think they are hands down some of the best. But in particular, this like brownie swatch, and then also the like lighter beige and this like rust colored one. We don't get combat trousers all that often in The Sims 4 that have like a taper to them. I feel like that's kind of going off trends right now because a lot of like combat pants that people are wearing are like the big flowy ones or like parachute pants. One of my favorite shirts in the whole entire game. All of these really nice color patterns. However, the blocked one, again, it kind of has that like 70s vibe to it, and I actually use this a lot for formal wear. I think it goes so well on like so many different Sims. We have this romantic garden stuff short, which is honestly, I feel one of the biggest like color palettes and also like most diverse color palettes. Like, you've got some checkered ones on these. My personal favorite though are these like leafy vegetable looking ones. I just think these are so sick. I really like just the fit of these shorts in general, so I do actually use them quite a lot. I absolutely hate this hoodie from Parenthood. I just do not like it whatsoever. It's actually just hiding an actual really nice hoodie with some really good plain swatches. And then these jeans from Eco Lifestyle, don't think I've ever looked at them before I actually started preparing for this video. It's honestly probably the big cuffs that put me off. Like, I love a cuff jean. People are always saying like, oh, I don't like the ankle grazers. They need to stop cuffing their trousers. I'm a gay, okay? We cuff our jeans. But this one is a little bit too big. Not that I'm judging. However, these last three are so sick. I love how I just absolutely went off on like bleaching your clothes and it looking homemade, but these are like bleaching done in a good way. Now that I'm looking at this shirt in more detail, is this like a pin-up? Is that like someone's leg, or is it a bird? This is from Bowling Night Stuff. I absolutely hate the default swatch. It is disgusting. However, in the more neutral tones, I actually will get a lot of use out of this. And these Eco Lifestyle trousers, we all know how I feel about a light stitching. I have always thought that these were sick, but if you've been like put off using these, I would say go for like this like rust brown, and then also the red. The red is so good. It's the best swatch on these jeans. I want you to be honest with me. How many times have you absolutely flicked through the masculine Create a Sim, saw this jacket and was like, no, I'm not really feeling the cheetah print right now. However, the zigzag one, I don't like it on the women's version of this like fluffy jacket. I love it on the men's version. And then these high school year jeans, I don't like them in any other color swatches apart from these last two, which kind of have like a stripe to them, and also just like way more interesting little patched up areas because of like the patterns. Oh my word, if this cardigan has 100 enemies, I'm one of them. If it has one enemy, it's me. If it has 0 enemies, I'm gone. Grim Reaper has taken me. The beef I have with this in particular, I always feel like I put this on a sim and then I can never ever remember where it's from. I always think it's an Eco Lifestyle. It never is. I then think like, oh, is it Snowy Escape? It never is. Honestly, the fact that they had the audacity, I know it's university, the fact that this has so many versions with the feckin' school badge on it. I don't want to hear your school cheer. I don't want to see your school patriotism. I just want this really nice cardigan. So I'm hoping that this video will burn it into my brain that it's in Discover University. These trousers in Get to Work, hands down, one of my favorite trousers ever. I use them all of the time. I think they're sick. They go with so many formal wears. However, they put them in this awful salmon pink color, honestly, out here looking like an iPhone 5C. Whereas there are a bunch of other colors that go really well. My preferred one is the beige. I think it looks so nice. The black also goes with a lot of other blacks that we have in the game, which is a handy hack to know. Even in like the light wash, it looks like a denim. It's smart. I love her. I cannot tell you how much this Discover University jacket has been carrying my creator sim recently. It's nice in the houndstooth. I have nothing against it. Honestly, I'm a little bit scarred, I feel, from houndstooth because I tried to wear it when we were filming Sim Sparked and they were like, oh, it's actually too busy for like the camera to pick up, so it'll look like you're like vibrating. But in the plain swatches, specifically this beige one, oh, she's so good. Honestly, a sick little utility jacket. Looks like it's made by Uniqlo. The eco lifestyle bomber jacket. This ain't gonna be to everyone's taste, I'll admit that, but it is to my taste. I do always think of Cletus when I see it in the green. However, these three swatches with like the mountains and the little houses and the little sun up here, it is absolutely stunning. One of the most stunning assets we actually have in The Sims 4. Again, you got kind of the like Teddy Fresh element coming into it here. We have this very boring slept on jacket, hoodie, shirt combination. Honestly, the layering is exquisite, but it actually comes in some sick swatches and definitely some like more pastel variants, which I think is really cool. The pastel element was one of my favorite things about Discover University, so the fact that they kind of brought it back a little bit for Snowy Escape, I just love the fun colors. I feel like people will be put off this particular high school years asset just because like if your sim isn't someone who's interested in like anime, you're probably just like, oh well then like I don't need to check out the multiple swatches of that. However, the pastel again is one of my favorites. Like this is so cute. Are you absolutely kidding me? Just like the design on this I think is so good, and it only comes in like 4 different swatches. This one's a little bit of a cheat because it's less about the swatches and it's just more about letting you know that this exists. So this is from the like Parisian date night. I never ever remember what the kit is called. Moonlight Chic, there we go. It's actually coming in so handy. Just to let you know, my personal favorite swatches are this pink and black one. I just think that's so sick. And then also the other different swatch that we have of this like racer jacket, like the black one and the white one, I think look so good. One of my favorite shirts. This is from Get to Work. I honestly, hand on heart, thought that this was base game. I use this a lot for like dads within my game. It's got some hideous feckin' swatches. Like they're just not nice at all. Like look at this Wordle looking ass. However, the 3 swatches that I'm talking about are my little grumpy crab. I love the colors of it. I wish that it came in like a white, and I also feel like it reminds me of, you know, those American like lobster pot places where you get served with like a bib, and it just gives big dad energy. I just love him. I think this jumper was introduced maybe in a free base game update. Maybe it was when we actually got like freelancer careers within the game. We got these atrocious ones that have like barcodes and brains on, but it's actually just hiding a really nice and a really usable jumper. I use this a lot for sleepwear and I just think it's a good all-round jumper. Moving on to the full body fits. Hands down, one of my favorite suits within the game. Everything about it is just so good. Even the default swatch is like nice. However, my favorite is this one. Like, it's so good. Even the plain swatches are like really nice. Like this is a great suit. It obviously comes with City Living. Once again, would you look at that? It's City Living. If you watched my City Living Let's Play, you will be so used to seeing this outfit, but I think it gets slept on now that obviously we have so many packs out there and people don't really like cycle through things as often, I feel, as they used to, because it's like very overwhelming. This in particular is my favorite swatch, especially for like a cold weather fit. I just think it's so nice. Maybe that's because they actually played around in length, and I feel like they don't do that very often when it comes to masculine creator sim, and I'm always like begging them to do it. This suit from City Living, I mean, again, it's not like the worst first swatch, but I feel like there's better swatches hiding underneath it, like this little purple one. I think this is a sick like modern suit. This green is my very favorite. I use it on so many sims. This outfit right here, the default swatch, I don't know why they decided to give us the light blue, but oh my goodness, the darker colors. I do sometimes think it comes from like that same issue that I had with the Grim Reaper dress, in the fact that you can't really see the details on a black swatch. But like, imagine this black and gold being the default. This would catch my eye so much more than the baby blue. This is kind of the exact same pattern as that dress that I talked about for the feminine sims. Like, if you want your sims to be matching, they can be, which is so sick. It also has a sheer shirt underneath it. They rarely give us this kind of innovation for masculine sims ever anymore. Oh my word, this is another one of my absolute top secrets. I've been girl boss gaslight gatekeeping this one for the longest time, again since Get Famous came out. It is this suit right here. Horrific. I hate her. No, she is not for me. However, if you go to this one that has like a little llama looking thing on it, tell me this isn't one of the best suits that we have in the game. It takes my breath away every single time I see it. I absolutely love this suit so much. And I'll hold my hands up, before I started doing townie makeovers, I consistently forgot that this suit was in my game. Even this one as well, like, it's so sick. I love the vibrancy on it. And I think if you're struggling to like make masculine sims, it's because we don't play around with like color and style enough when it comes to the masculine stuff. This one again is done so dirty by the first swatch. I don't know why, like, even these colors decided that they were going to go together. Not everyone I feel is going to be a fan of this. It's like, especially with like the asymmetrical like collar and things like that. But I think again, the more like neutral versions of this are actually really fun. This is once again from Get Famous. I really like this one, like the beigey ones. I like to call this the I Heart San Myshuno, even though it came with Get Famous and obviously not City Living. But I absolutely adore this like tourist outfit. I think it's sick, especially the fact that you can like be a little fanboy for like super llama. However, I will say my favorite swatch is this one right here. It's got like the movie poster. I love how he's kind of accessorized his shorts and his little bum bag to match the actual like movie poster. It looks like so well put together. I just love it. My rotten soldier, he's my sweet cheese, my good time boy, my one and only. Honestly, one of my favorite creator sim assets ever. The green is nice, but does not do this asset justice whatsoever. Again, it's kind of one of those ones where every other single color swatch looks better than the default that they gave us. I use this so frequently. Hands down, one of my favorite outfits for masculine sims. This brown one is so good. It's so usable. Yeah, it's that different style. It's switching it up a little bit to what you're probably used to seeing, but oh my goodness, that's why I love it. Get Famous. You will always be famous to me. I love how so many of my masculine ones are just like, why did you not do this suit justice? People constantly complain about like masculine formal wear, but I genuinely think a lot of it comes from not looking through swatches. But once you actually get into them, they get better and better. I actually love the funness of this suit. I think the different patterns make it look way better than just like the block coloring. This one is my favorite, the brown one. I love the color combination. Oh my goodness. I have been recording this video for an hour and 15 minutes. minutes, my hair has got frizzier and frizzier, my body has got sweatier and sweatier. But I hope this video was helpful. I honestly really enjoyed this. Talking about Create a Sim is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to The Sims 4. If you would love to see like any other Create a Sim themed videos, please do not hesitate to leave your ideas down in the comments below. I feel like this is the serotonin that like builders get from building, and I've never felt that. I hope this was helpful to you all. If you found something in this video that you never knew existed, or you've seen the first swatch and you've been like, ew, like I'm never gonna use that, but you haven't ever gone through like the swatches and like found something you liked in it, let me know which items caught your eye, because I'm super interested in that. It's why I wanted to record this video. Thank you all so much for tuning in though. Let me know if you have any questions. I just bloody love Create a Sim. On that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you aren't already. Hit that notification bell for any future Create a Sim videos that I do, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.